Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. We got 2 days left. 2 days. Today and tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. And then we're done. We're done with this cut. We have abs. We're just, honestly, just finishing out the time frame to just stick to the word, I guess. But, yeah, we're there. We're done. Kind of. 2 more days, technically. But, yeah, so today's plan. Coffee. Firstly, is do the physique check and weigh in. I started drinking my coffee, got my morning business done, so I'm gonna stop drinking coffee so I don't add a bunch of liquid weight. Because we were up a little bit to like 188, 180, or 180, 178, man, I've lost so much weight I can't even keep track. 168.8, and then after I'd done more businesses throughout the day, before I went to the gym, I was 168 even. So it's probably more of an accurate weight representation. So I'm hoping we're down today, like 167-ish, just because I did my best to not drink a bunch of water right before bed. Of course, I did drink water throughout the night, but I'm trying to obviously not be dehydrated, but not have just an excess of fluid in me at the end of the night, just to maintain as accurate of scale readings as possible. So, hoping we're lower. If not, whatever. Doesn't even matter. But, yeah, so we have today, and we have tomorrow. And then, so after tomorrow, I want to obviously I'm going to do like a final video that's just going to be like the results of everything, going over the whole physique, the final weight, and whatever else I feel like talking about. Probably going to make another video of just the whole process and whatever else I just feel like talking about that isn't just going to be like check out the physique kind of thing and the celebration over. So in that video, or one of the two, I want to have, if there's any specific questions that anyone has, let me know. Put them in the comments. I'm not going to answer them in the comments. I'm going to just pick the ones that I feel like are the best to talk about and then go over them in the video. And what was I going to say? I don't know. But yeah, so if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Know a couple of things. So I'm not a personal trainer. I'm not a dietitian. I'm not a fitness influencer. I'm not an athlete. I'm just a dude who likes to lift weights and has gotten abs for the first time. That's as far as my accolades go. So nothing that I say is going to be professional. Nothing that I say is going to be vetted by like a professional. But it is whatever questions you have, I will answer to the best of my ability to what I did, what I felt, what I recommend, what I don't recommend, and all that stuff. But I don't know exactly what I want to talk about just off my own head, so if you have anything specific, let me know. Anyways, it's time for the weigh-in, the physique check. The second to last one, or I guess kind of the third to last one, because we're going to do one when we're done, but on the dieted days. So, let's see where we're at. Okay. Let's just see here. Mm-hmm. 166.8. I'm gonna reweigh just to be sure. Because you never know. So I'm gonna just say 167, just to be fair. 167. Nice. There we go. Okay. The abdominals are here. Ugh. Okay. All right. Okay. And the legs. And actually, I have an idea. So I'll be back in a second. All right. So that was kind of quick. I know, a little unusual. Brother's asleep in there. Sister-in-law is just kind of chilling in bed, so I didn't want to just be a nuisance in their bathroom. So we're gonna do a secondary physique check. The reason I didn't want to go into that one though is A, that's where the scale is of the bathroom to weigh in, but B, that is the most consistent lighting. That's what I've been doing for the majority of these, and so I just wanted to have that as like a fair comparison. And yesterday I said I was going to do this and I forgot, but the legs in here look the coolest. So I'm going to do a little extra pose. I'm just going to go through all of them again just because we're in the cooler lighting. Excuse me. But first of all, the abs. The lighting is definitely cooler in my room. Oh, yeah. And then we'll do this one too, just because. And then the back. I wish I could turn my head like an owl so I could see a little bit better. But hopefully that looks cool. Now the legs. Now this is gonna be pretty cool because I haven't shown the legs in this lighting. Some pants on. D-robe. Haven't shown my legs in a little while. In this lighting, I kind of don't want it that far pointed down. But this lighting definitely looks the coolest. Okay, totally relaxed. Look at that, dude. That is crazy. I almost feel like it might even be better to like this, maybe would be better. I don't know. Probably not, but that looks, look at, dude, this thing. I don't even know what muscle that's called. Again, not a personal trainer. But it's getting like, oh, it's getting this like V, and then there's like this little inner one. Oh, it's starting to hurt my knee a little bit. And this one, the shape of the muscle is a little different. It just kind of like round, and this one like comes out more, which is interesting. But yeah, so anyways, just want to show that. That's pretty cool. And yeah, guys, we're there, dude. We freaking have abs. Still got another 2 days, so who knows? Freaking, maybe we lose 10 pounds tomorrow. We're just shredded. Probably not, but we're freaking like sick. So feeling good. Today's plan is basically the same as yesterday's. Going to go over and do my morning cardio and my sit-ups, 75 minutes. And I think today is 240, either 240 or 245 sit-ups, I can't remember. One of the two though. And then tomorrow, we'll have our last rounds of sit-ups, and that will conclude the freaking adding 5 reps a day sit-ups routine, which was told to me to do by a friend of mine. So shout out Stefan. I did it until the end of the cut. And so we're gonna go do that, play some Skyrim. I also had an idea, a little bit of a solution maybe for tomorrow. I know we're just starting about today's plan, but we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. So tomorrow I was trying to figure out how am I gonna lift, because in the morning I'm gonna want to do my I'm probably gonna do 2 hours of walking cardio, not 75 minutes, but just like go with 90. And See, when I'm preparing for a job, I like to be as maximum prepared as possible. I like to give myself a couple of hours to, be ready. And in case I forget something that I remember over that period of time, I have the time. So what I think I'm going to do is my 2 hours cardio, and in between, every however often at the house, there's some dumbbells. They're like mom dumbbells. I think they go up to like 10 pounds. There's some kettlebells that go up to like 25 pounds, I think. And there's some bands. Now, that's not really heavy enough for me to get like a full-on workout in, but I can do some curls. I can do some, side lateral raises, some stuff, just to have like maybe a little bit more footage of lifting, and maybe in some cool lighting, just to show like where we're at. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So it won't be like a lift, but we'll lift some light weights, move the blood around. It'll probably be like an arm day, just just some biceps, some forearm curls, maybe a little triceps action. And that should pretty much do her. The only other thing that I might do tomorrow is, depending on when I finish that, like if I wake up early enough, if I can wake up by like 7, get my all of this morning stuff done, and get over there by like 7:45, 8-ish, and I can finish everything by 9:30, 10, then I'll have enough time to even potentially go to the gym at like 11:30, do a last round of running cardio, hit the sauna one more time, be able to go home, have a couple hours to get ready, get, as maximally prepared, and then go to work. So if I remember and I don't lazy it or whatever, and I can do all that, then that would be like optimal for the final end. I really want to commit to that. I'm not gonna 100% guarantee commit, just because I know how I am when it comes to like being prepared for stuff. I don't really like anything to get in the way, especially when it's something like this where I'm just choosing to do this and it's not like a necessity. But so back to today's plan. Sorry, I had a little snippet there. So we're gonna go over to morning cardio, 75 minutes, or 240 sit-ups, I think. And then the lift is going to be back. No, it's not. It's gonna be chest. And right now, I want to just max, see if I can even get 245 for one, because 225 is pretty damn difficult now. So I just want to see. I'm gonna definitely have someone spot me, but yeah, just because I know how much I've just my max bench ever was 295. It was the best I did. I never got to the 315 mark because I tore my pec a little bit. I actually kind of started to have an issue at 275, and then over like a couple of weeks I got to 295, and yeah, it was no good for like 3 months. But that's why I want to get like BPC 157 or something, which I don't take steroids, but for the knee, for everything else, it would be nice. Anyways, so if I can do 245, then that would be an exact 50-pound loss on my 1 rep max, and I know that I'm down 70 pounds on my reps. I don't know how well that translates exactly to 1 rep. Anyways, this is getting way too long, so I'm gonna go do cardio. I honestly might have a second coffee because this one was delicious, but yeah, so I'll see you on cardio. I didn't even realize this, but I've been on a 3.4 this whole time. Skyriming. Pretty neat. I'm actually sweating kind of good though, so that would make sense why it's faster than normal. Don't really have much to update for at this current moment. We did our 240 sit-ups. Oh, I need to edit that video and post it. I already forgot to do that. But energy actually felt pretty good today, which is a little surprising, but good to feel. And anything else? No, I don't have anything else to say. Probably, I don't know if I'm gonna have another update before the gym. If I do, you'll see it. If I don't, the next clip will probably be benching. And I'm gonna try to max, just to see where I'm at. Because honestly, we only have a few days left. It doesn't really matter even what I'm doing in the gym. I'm just doing it just to do it, basically, because I like to. So I'm hoping 245, at least. Maybe not. We'll see. But yeah, all right, I got 20 more minutes. I'm gonna edit that short real quick, post that, and then see you in the next clip. All right. We are here in the parking lot of the gym. We got a change of clothes. We got a tripod. And I think I'm gonna just work up to a max. That's all I wanna do today. I don't wanna do a full chest day. Plus my mom's coming over for a little luncheon thing that I'm not gonna be able to eat, but gonna hang out for. So we're just gonna work up to a max, see what we can get. I'm hoping 245. But I'm also gonna be doing it with no spotter most likely, so I'm not going to risk dying. But let's just see what we get. All right, let's go. All right. Today's max day. The final chest day of the cut. Just wanted to see what I could hit. My goal was 245, so let's see if we get it. Warmed up 135, just moving the weight, just getting the muscles warm. I also did the bar before this, which I normally do. Normally just to get like a bar path, positioning, and, you know, hand adjustments down before I start moving any actual weight. 135 moved fine, 185 moved fine, 225 was more difficult than it normally was, surprisingly. I knew I could do more, though. So I got up, I got some fives, threw a 5 on each end to get me at 235 to see how this felt. We got ready for it. We got down. We picked it up. And, hold on. Then we picked it up. Then we picked it up. There it is. And we struggle. Now, I probably could have done more, but under the bench, that rep felt way longer than it looked. So maybe it could have gone 245. I didn't have a spotter. I was a little nervous to test it, but I think it's safe to say that probably 235 is the max, meaning we lost a grand total of 60 pounds on a 1 rep max. Losing 30 pounds of weight. I don't know if that's a good or bad weight ratio, weight to bench ratio, but yeah, so that's that. Okay, we're doing a knee warm up, and because this is potentially our last round of running cardio, I'm gonna really try to push it this time. I don't expect to get that runner's high again, but if I can do, 15 minutes straight, 20 minutes straight, that'd be prime. Don't know what's gonna happen because I never know until I start running and the energy goes like this, but I'm gonna try to push it for this last one because I think it is the last one. All right, do some cardio. Okay, 15 minutes straight, pretty good. I'm gonna keep going as much as I can, but good to know we got 15 straight. And that's it. That is it. 235 is the max bench. Now, I don't have any footage of it, unfortunately. The most I ever benched, though, was 295. And I weighed 195 when I did that. I was at the tail end of my strength program. So, in comparison, cut versus, not bulk, but focusing on strength, is a 60-pound drop in the bench. Kind of brutal, but we'll get it back. But I am starving. It's still kind of early, but honestly, I'm going to eat. And my family is cooking deliciousness, so I'm just going to eat now and suffer later. But let's see how much chicken, vegetables, cheese, and tortillas we get on our not our final day, but our second to last day, dieted. Let's see.
Now, Tyler.
271 grams of chicken thigh. 268 grams of vegetables.
Every single thing. Like
Microwave. 3 minutes.
and then like
62 grams of fat-free cheese, 3 tortillas, and hot sauce. Microwave. 1:30.
well, I
Bam,
have to think
bam,
of anything.
Dinner.
I'll be like, I'll probably be crying while we go for the run.
Start. Power start. 3, 5. Oh. Okay, guys. So, dinner clip. That's actually faster than I thought it would be. 3, 1. The dinner clip was a little rushed because I had family over and I really didn't want to. I wanted to spend time with them, not do YouTube stuff. And as a result of that, here's what they brought for dinner. They brought chicken, vegetables, pita chips, and a couple of hummuses. Luckily, all of those things are low calorie. But on top of my dinner, I did also have a good amount of pita chips and some dip and a couple pieces of chicken. I know, it's the end of the diet. I should have been more strict. But it's my mom's birthday weekend, and it's an important birthday, and I wanted to spend the time with my family, and everything was pretty low calorie. Hummus probably being the highest calorie of all the things, but even hummus for a dip is not that bad. It's definitely not cheap calorically, but it's not expensive either. It's not like, cheese sauce or something. So I did indulge. How are we counteracting that? Because we are going to do our best to counteract it. It is 6 o'clock right now. Normally I come over here at like 7:45 to 8ish for my 75 minutes. It's 6 o'clock. My plan, as long as my energy doesn't just like die on me, which could happen, but if I keep this steady, is to do this for 3 hours. I know, it's insane. But, I ate a lot of calories today. Probably, honestly, really not that many. My meal, at the end of the day, usually leaves me at about 1,400 calories, maybe a little under sometimes. I didn't put it in the video, but I did also have my popsicles. But with all of the pita chips and the hummus, a couple pieces of chicken, and what else did I have? Did I have anything else? I think, what else did they bring? I don't know. But anyways, at least of all that, honestly, with how much that I ate, probably another 1,000 calories. Plain and simple. So I'm probably at like anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500. I really don't know. Just didn't track any of it, but from my basic understanding of how many calories are in things, chips wise, I had a good amount of chips. Probably, if a serving, going off of those other crackers I was having, is, let's say, 150 calories for 10 pieces, probably had somewhere around 3 servings of that, somewhere. I didn't check the calories, but I'm just going to assume it's probably roughly the same. So if it's like, 350 to 500 calories in chips, probably 40% of those, 50% of those with hummus and various types of hummus. There's 3 different kinds. Oh, and guacamole. There's guacamole, which that's actually where more of the calories are going to come in, because guacamole is avocado, and avocado is a lot of fat. Fats obviously higher calories, 9 calories per gram versus like protein or carb, which is 4. But so including the dips, probably another, safe to say, 500 calories, I think. I don't think that's really overshooting it, but it's definitely not undershooting it. And then chicken is honestly pretty negligible. It's also chicken breast, not chicken thigh, and it wasn't cooked in sauce. It was just like basic seasonings. There's not really much, probably 100 calories of chicken, if that even, to be honest. Don't have a lot, but anyways, so I'm going to assume, I'm going to make the safe assumption that I was at 2,500 calories for the day. Now, I only have 2 days left, and it doesn't really matter. But we only have 2 days left. I don't want to just bitch out before the very end. Even if I have a birthday dinner with my mom, I got to make up for it. So that's where the 3 hours is coming in. I already have it plotted out. I'm not going to play Skyrim at first. First thing I'm going to do is watch my favorite movie, The Iron Giant. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Vin Diesel is the voice actor for the robot, in case you didn't know, which is hilarious because he has like 5 lines in the whole movie, but they're really good. I'm going to watch that. I think it's an hour and a half long. That'll get the first half out of the way. Then, on top of the 3 hours of just cardio, I'm going to add in some push-ups, probably no sit-ups just because I'm doing so many of those, and I'm going to do fucking 250 more tomorrow morning in like less than 12 hours. No, it's 6 o'clock in like 14 hours. But in less than 12 hours from when I'm done with this. So, probably no sit-ups. There's some dumbbells, kettlebells, might do some curls or something. Just keep the blood flowing, keep the exercise excitement up, so I don't just get too mindlessly bored. Not really much else I can do in here, but yeah. So we went over, not a blunder. I'm not going to call it a blunder because none of it was bad food by any means, and stomach is still small. I couldn't eat a fucking bag of chips or some shit that I would normally do on a blender episode, but it was definitely a few handfuls with some dip and some chicken. So, based off that, 3 hours. I'll check in when I'm probably like halfway there, like 90 minutes or something. And then, yeah. So, anyways, day 2, second to last day, had a fucking, situation. We're gonna correct it as best as we can. We're gonna be up tomorrow in weight. It's just gonna happen. Not to spoil the surprise, I'm sure some of you have guessed, I'm gonna fast tomorrow too to finish it off, because you have to. So, by the actual last day, all of the extra carbs bullshit will be out. I'm gonna have burned enough calories that I'll still be in a deficit where I won't have put on any fat. The only reason I'm gonna be up tomorrow is just gonna be from the extra carb weight, the extra fluid weight, and all that. So, I'm not stressed about it. But, we're still gonna do our best to correct it. And, yeah. So I'll see you in like an hour and a half. Okay, we are halfway done. 90 minutes, right? Yeah, halfway done. Okay, I'm going to give you a little update. Firstly, I don't know if you recognize that screen. I'm playing Black Ops 2 Zombies. I'm not peanut or totem. I was watching the movie and I was getting kind of bored of it, and then my phone was gonna die, so I had to plug it in for a little bit. And I was like, playing Skyrim. Couldn't bring Serena to her freaking castle off of the coast, and something's funky with the quest, so I don't know. But, so I started playing zombies. But the update is my stomach has been so incredibly full, literally up until about 5 minutes ago. So we're cooking on like an hour and a half of pain. I don't know what was going on. I know exactly what was going on. My stomach has shrank quite a bit. Like my actual organ of my stomach has shrank, and it is not used to expanding anymore like it used to. And I should have learned my lesson from the birthday a couple weeks ago when I ate so much that I puked, even though eating so much that I puked was 2 slices of pizzas, 2 freaking packs of noodles, and some drinks. Tonight I had my meal prep, which is normally fine. I normally eat that and I'm like full, but I'm not like, gonna explode. But then I had pita chips, dip, and guacamole. And what I kind of think happened too, because there was a bit of a delayed reaction, I really wasn't in like pain until I started moving, is kind of moving around and getting like the water that I drank in there soaking up and expanding the food material. Because it was horrible. very painful. Not cramps, surprisingly, for all this walking, but just like pain. So for a lot of this time, I've literally been like this, just like kind of hunched. Okay, my freaking alarm went off, so it stopped recording. Sorry about that. But I was like hunched over like this for the longest time, just in pain, watching freaking Iron Giant. It was brutal. But we're finally leveling out now, which is nice because I still have like another hour to go. Actually, a little bit more because it's not quite 7:30 yet. But yeah, been brutal. I'm definitely sweating. Not really my face much, but like my legs. These pants don't breathe much. These are just like my day clothes, not really workout clothes. My legs are definitely sweaty. My back too. But we're going kind of mild. We're on a 3. I was down to like a 2.5 and the stomach was really hurting. So I haven't been doing this one very fast. I started on a 3.5, but that was just too fast. So, you know, pace pretty mild. But we're definitely doing some good walking. And it is helping me digest, I think, which is really nice. Which means when I go to bed, I'm not going to be just so painfully full. But I think I'm just going to finish out the rest of this cardio. I was going to do push-ups and stuff, but I'm too full for that, and I know that's going to hurt, so I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to finish out this cardio, another hour, and then I'll reconnect for the final update thing in my bed at the end of the night. So I'll see you in like an hour and a half. Hear the frogs? It's beautiful. Anyways, we're full. Not going to call this video a blunder, just because, well, honestly, there's not enough space in my stomach for it to have been a blunder, but we definitely ate more than we have been. I don't know if I was in a caloric deficit today. Maybe with those 3 hours of walking cardio, I just chipped away the potential overflow of calories. Tomorrow, I'm going to expect being up, not just because I had more like carbs and calories today, but also because it's 9:30 right now, close to 10, and I'm still full, which, knowing my digestion and all that, by tomorrow morning, it's just not going to have gotten itself processed enough. And it was like pita chips, a lot of carbs, so I'm going to have a lot of carb water weight tomorrow. But doesn't matter. Anyways, one more day, and then we're done. And it's crazy. And I'm honestly like, got a lot of interesting feelings about it. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Love yourself. Love each other. Be kind. Spread love. Enjoy the world. If you have comments and questions and stuff, leave them. If they're like too personal or a specific kind of personal, I'm not going to answer them. Just know that as a disclaimer. But if you have questions about the diet, how I felt, things like that, things related to this story, feel free to ask them. Because I want to answer them. Because who knows who's curious. And yeah, so anyways, see ya.